Welcome back to World of Warcraft, Burning Crusade Classic Blind. Look at this nice flower I found down here in the Spiral of Thorns in Razorfen Downs. It's an Arthas Tears, but I don't have herbalism, so I can't have it. Instead, I'll have a inventory full of various loot as I continue to level up my two-handed sword skill. So let's get back to it. We came up here and beat this boss. So now we can get out of here by just kind of jumping down this way. That'll be the fastest way to get to a new area we haven't explored. We've got level 36 enemies, so that's not a huge deal for us. And there is already a two-handed swords level, which is what we're looking for. These guys aren't even elites. Bad time to beat them. I mean, this one is an elite. There you go. You're a little bit more tanky here. But that's not saying too much. The bar is pretty low at this point. Okay, here we go. We got some guys going. Oh, sweep and strikes. You sweep and you strike. And just be like that. This is not the largest pile of corpses we've been surrounded by here in Razorfen Downs. Oh boy, we've been slowed by 43%. That's not great for us. That's not going to help anything. We're already here rocking a two-handed sword, so it's not exactly the quickest of weapons to start with. Now we're going to need to drop some more stuff. Like this, and the cave mold. Sweet Nectar has some value. 18 on that. Stack of these is like decent price. Keep those. 24, 34, 40, 36. Let's get rid of the night crawlers. 22, 23. Trickster's Cloak of the Whale. All sorts of cool stuff in here. And another cloak. Nocturnal Cloak of the Monkey. Hawkeye Cloak. If you want a selection of capes, here we are. We got this one. We got this one. We got this one. Obviously, the longest ones are the best. Well, that's just me. This bridge is broken, so we can't go that way. That would have been a slightly quicker way up on top of the Spiral of Thorns there, but it's not meant to be. If you angered that rat, I was going to run all over the place. Yeah, focusing on the elite first to concentrate my sweep and strikes on definitely helps. Make things go a bit smoother. And I'll finish off the Freezing Spirit. Continuing down this way. Got 2 ghouls. We got Skeletal Summoner. I'll take a wild guess and say he's gonna summon some guys. Which isn't great for me. Please don't summon anybody. I don't appreciate it. Maybe he already summoned those guys. Pretty fancy guy, though. You know, necromancery. Running a little close on the sword sharpening. I don't know if we might want to re-sharpen that. Here's a fun hole. Just a place to be in a hole. Is this the exit portal? Well, if it is, I don't want to go that way quite yet. I think there might be some more places to explore in here. If not, we can just fight some guys. That was kind of a loop around. Possibly what happened there is by finishing the final boss, we opened up another way out. Or a way out, I suppose. That makes some sense. Nice loop around the dungeon. Scroll stamina. Well, if there's not going to be any more bosses, we're probably good to go in not re-sharpening or well-fed buffing. I still do want some more two-handed sword skill, though. Get out of here, boar. And also get out of here, boar intestines. No thanks. Here's this place. Crazy idol. That's one way to do things. Find the tiny guys lying around the map. They can charge in and get some free rage off of.
Not ready yet. I can't do that yet.
It's a strategy. Then I unleash all my power on these poor guys.
Not ready yet.
And we can say goodbye to those diseases. For a time. Let's move that again. That's not a huge deal. We don't need retaliation for anything in here anyway, so wasting it isn't really a waste. Honestly, we've probably used that more times in here than most other places. Ooh, Tiger Bane. Increase attack power by 18 when fighting beasts. Cool. This is overlooking the Spiral of Thorns here. Been here before. We left those guys alone our first run through, but now we return, and with greater amount of murder. Here's the place with the gong. It looks like we pretty much cleared out the entire area. Well, we've seen everything at least. Did a quest in here. Here's the murder pens. Here's some pigs. With all their horrible, horrible drops that I don't want.
Need a target.
Yeah, we can keep the boar ribs. They stack. And that's worth something. Here's just the exit out. You have to go up and around to get to the bone pile. Where we fought a ton of tiny little weak skeletons. And one bigger skeleton. Some interesting music over here. We pretty much cleared out this entire area, effectively. Just let's go back there. If we want to fight anybody else, we're going to need to go back to the final spiral area. And I think I shall. Because 310, that's getting there. Maybe like 5 levels lower. That's still not great. So I'll keep fighting. See, 311. Fantastic. Technically, we could probably do this basically anywhere. But at least here, it takes multiple attacks. And the enemies are nice and concentrated, as it's a dungeon, and there's supposed to be 5 people. And we are but 1 person. Looks on the ghoul. Sweeping strikes. Don't know if sweeping strikes gives weapon experience on every attack. Even if it doesn't, it's still a fun thing to do, so I'm going to continue doing so. A Savage Axe of the Bear. That's worth an entire gold. Not too shabby. Throw out some 20 value items. Decent disenchant on it. Doesn't really seem like disenchant value holds up too much in general. That's worth 50 on the auction house, apparently. The tiger bane's worth something. Okay. Overall, not going to be a bad haul from here. Decent amount of stuff. Definitely a more valuable collection of items than we got the one time we went to Orgrimmar and did the lowest possible level dungeon that was in there. All told, this is worth at least a few gold. And I can get behind that. Where's the... There you are. We even grabbed those little skeletons. How convenient for us. And they're dead. And we'll finish it with this frost guy. Skeletal Frostweaver. I wonder what the undead really need with piles of meat and such. That makes sense over with the Quillboar guys in the other parts of this dungeon. Less over here. 2 hats. That was a skeleton with 2 hats. They had a double mail coif and a thirstful cap of the wolf. Both not very valuable. We're nearing the end here, so coming out with an inventory full of this various stuff. Probably as good as we're gonna get here. Oh, sweeping strikes. Sweeping spikes, cleave. Just always a good time. Charge. Chance to hit reduced. Don't think that's really gonna matter. Our chance to hit is still incredibly high, no matter what they try. I'm sure we'll be just fine. Get out of here. And we'll bring all you guys over to the mage guy, so he can be hit on my attacks.
Not enough rage. Need more rage.
His armor does look cool, but he's not very strong. I mean, maybe he is really strong for level 36. We're level 67, so I guess it doesn't really make too big of a difference what he thinks. There's a chest in there. We don't have much space for more things that could go into this chest. I'm gonna get rid of this cave mold quickly. What kind of cool stuff we have in here? More cave mold. Oh boy. Some heavy leather, that's some value. A large knapsack, 12 slot bag. Not too shabby. Just more 22 value items. 30, 40, 36, 34. The night crawlers. We're almost done. Keep holding on to things. A completely full inventory would be the optimum end here. We probably really don't need to demoralize and shout everybody. It's probably overkill and entirely unnecessary in every way. Hey guys, welcome to the party. Frost Nova. Trying to slow me down. How's that going for you? $315 with our sword.
Not ready yet.
There's some grave moss.
I can't do that yet. That ability isn't.
And a citrine. Just over here. Grab an entire dungeon worth of loot. Because I can. Because I can. I guess it is still worth it. Just because it probably basically completely eliminates their ability to do damage to me. And that's good. Speeds things up a bit. Only time we needed to eat, I think, was when we had like dozens of guys attacking us. So we're gonna make it out of this perfectly fine. Oh, sweeping strikes. Easy game. When you're fighting things half your level. Tends to be.
I can't do that.
Tends to be an easy game.
Not in your
As a plus, you got to see a new dungeon. I think this is definitely the lowest level dungeon that I hadn't seen before. And now it is basically devoid of both life and unlife. Jump onto this. Nope. Yeah, everything in here is dead now. Alright. Very cool. I mean, I guess it wouldn't make a huge difference if it allowed you to go this way first in the dungeon. Because you'd still need to climb the entire spiral. So it's not like it would be, like, an extra quick way of doing things. Yeah. There's the bridge that's out. Like a wild guess that you can't stand on this. That makes sense. Technically, we don't need to leave the dungeon. But it feels more thematic that way. There's another nice plant in an otherwise devoid of life area. Cure my disease there. Alright. So we had the bone guy, at the guy at the top of the spirals. And there was a named butcher giant kind of guy. So that might have technically been a boss too. And the wave encounter at the idol, I guess we sort of considered a boss. Definitely an experience, at least. Yeah, I'm out here. Guy, I've been fighting elites. You need to stop. And your apple also needs to stop. Jump on out of here. Oop. Okay. Still can't mount here, huh? Alright. Just walking on past people. They're not willing to try to stop me. That's the correct choice. So we would annihilate them. Back out of the skull formation here. Still want to try to climb on top of this. It looked like it was really wanting to stop me from doing that, unfortunately. Here's somebody. What are you up to?
Goddess bless you.
I mean you no harm. I'm scouting the Quillbort and taking notes of their activities. My people have noticed something odd, an emanation or darkness coming from this area. I've come to investigate, and what I found is very disturbing. There seems to be an undead diplomat who is powerful in the ways of the arcane. I don't believe he's one of the Forsaken. I think it's worse. Yeah, there's a Scourge guy. He's a big skeleton, pile of bones. A host of evil.
illuminate your path.
If I would have saw you earlier, I probably would have done your quest, but unfortunately for you, I've already taken care of that entire thing, so goodbye. Besides that, Razorfen Downs is a rather gloomy locale. I think we're just going to head out. I think it's probably still faster to Hearthstone back, then go to Ironforge. Instead of trying to make my way back to Ironforge any other way. Does kind of use up the Hearthstone here, but that's okay. We got a ton of stuff that's basically going to be going to a vendor anyways. A few things I want to put on the auction house though. Ah, no. Overshot that. By the way it was falling, it looks like it probably wouldn't have lived anyways because it started falling at the same speed as I fell. Who designs an elevator that falls at free fall? My goodness. Survives an entire dungeon. Dies to an elevator. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Let's go claim our body back. We can repair all of our stuff once we get to Ironforge. That'll be fine. The real question is it faster to die or wait for the elevator to come back? Asking the real questions now. Also, can I get a staircase, please? Nope, just a ramp. I think we're on the upper level here, so if we go around the outside here, it'll probably be quicker to get back to our corpse. We recently drank a potion that claimed to be allowing us to see into the land of the dead. So I'm surprised I don't see any ghosts running around all the time. Back in here. It's a very specific potion, I suppose. So that's okay. We got tons of silk cloth to sell. I might check the bank. I might want to keep these scrolls of agility too. They're a little low level. But any little bit will help, I suppose. Plenty of things we can just sell for cash. There's a portal to Stormwind. Interesting. Probably gonna try to just sell the citrine on the auction house. Seems probably a little low level for what I'm trying to do. Alright, heavy armor merchant. Repair for 2 gold. I'll sell you an axe, a staff, a dirk, an axe, some shoulder pads, some pants, this wand, scimitar, war club, savage axe of the bear, glutton's cleaver, looks like a lot of those other helmets, just without the top bit. Wolf Fear Harness. Interesting. More of Dresh's literal skull. Amazing. This dragon ring. The swine fists. A not as impressive two-handed sword. It's got a little bit of value. Another staff. And the rest of this we can probably sell. Okay. I guess we also have some stuff in here from last time. We sold the Firewing Signet. Did not sell the planar essences or the basilisk eyes. We sold the mystery gloves of the Invoker for 5 gold. Not bad. Sold some motes of shadow, Arakoa feathers, and motes of life. Nice. And since we just did a full scan of the auction house, I don't think we need to do that again right now. So we can just throw these things up in there. These are scroll 2s, so I really don't think we need those. Let's just start selling. These didn't sell last time. Don't these, like, not have a... Yeah, these don't have... Let's sell them in stacks of 1. We'll give it a shot. Silk cloth. We'll sell... six stacks of 20. And then another 8. I got some mage weave cloth. Here's a citrine. We got a bag. Some heavy leather. Scroll stamina. Scrolls of agility. Boar ribs. A little bit more boar ribs. The sweet nectar. These basilisk guys again. And the tiger bane. Slight discount. Alright. That should work. And our two-handed sword skill is up to 316, which I think is probably good enough to get back to what we were up to.
What's on your mind?
I'll keep these nightcrawlers though. I think we have... Yeah, we got baubles in here instead. Those are better. Don't need to use an inventory space for that. Or bank space, rather. A bank inventory space, one might say. Yeah, we got these scrolls 5. That's what we're rocking at this point. Back up here. And we can put these away too. Okay. That looks good. We'll sell these nightcrawlers. Or at least try to. I think you can probably get like an infinite supply of these from stores anyways, so. Just a convenience to get them on the auction house, I suppose. Not worth too much. That's okay. That was a fun little adventure. But now we can take our new sword and apply it to some level appropriate foes. Next time. Goodbye.